Strip clubs in San Diego may stay open while bars and restaurants are closed during COVID. Judge decides. Protests and church services are still allowed under California's COVID-19 restrictions because they're protected speech. One judge in San Diego says strip clubs are too and should be allowed to stay open. However, on Friday, State Attorney General Xavier Becerra ordered two clubs in San Diego to shut down. The legal fight is not over, though. So what say you? I love to hear I like to read these comments. And this is so funny to me because I grew up in Miami, Florida, where strip clubs reign supreme. Uncle Luke, my Uncle Luke, that's what I call him, from Two Live Crew, who I've known since I was, a kid. It has always been like the mayor of the city and has been. And I'll tell you why, why this story is so interesting to me, because Uncle Luke, Luther Campbell, is the first rapper to go to the Supreme Court and win. He faced off with Tipper Gore about freedom of speech. And the reason we have those censorship labels on we would have them on CDs now. We don't even have CDs anymore. But the reason we had those was because of Uncle Luke. And I always like to celebrate him because people look at him as if he's a derelict or, but he's one of the people that I've met in life. I interned for him, who's taught me about the law. And that as people of color, we have to learn the law. We have to learn how to use it for our benefit, the way the government has always used it against us. So I'll tell you, I remember that he was having some event, and he had these flyers posted all over South Beach. And the flyers were of this girl's, Jiggy was her name, her ass. And they started taking the flyers down. They tried to take some legal action against him. And he went to court and he said, Aida, selective prosecution. Remember that. Anyway, he won. So anytime I think about strip clubs, which some people morally look down on them because they see, whatever, strippers as being sex workers less than, I see them as human beings. A lot of people who grew up in the area that I grew up in saw that as one of the ways out or one of the ways to get money, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not. Some people were surviving that way. And some of these women in San Diego, because we look at this, we trivialize it, that is their bread and butter. And so is it free speech to be able to get your eagle on? I'm sorry. I just love this story because this story benefits people who probably look like me and are darker than me. And so I just think it's important that we celebrate whenever there's a fight won on behalf of the poor people and the marginalized people and the people that come from the lower income communities. Because honestly, if Joel Osteen can keep his church doors open and get that stimulus, big check, why can't Big Country get some money for when she... Sorry, Irina, I am having too much fun. I love Irina. She gave me this story and it just brings me so much joy because sex workers are always being mistreated. And yes, Lisa Lee, I lived in San Diego. I lived in Mission Valley and I lived in Rancho Bernardo, and it is very, very expensive. And the people who are in that community, it's an affluent city, and it has some hoods. It has, the cities that are the communities that are close to the border. There's Emerald Hills. There's Lemon Grove. That's, I always know where the hood is because I go right there when I go to whatever city and I go find my people. But a lot of soldiers need those strip clubs in San Diego. My father's son. What do I want for Christmas? Ooh, I want to see a better place, a better world. I want some money to go into our communities. I want you to donate to a real organization that's doing real work in our communities and people that have that really need it right now. We show up on Thanksgiving with a turkey. We show up on Christmas, with some toys for the kids or a couple of outfits. What we need to really do is start investing in our communities in a way that it continues to, where the dollars continue to reinvest themselves in the community. So when you give money to a family, give a bond. Some of you people who have more money and you want to give somebody something, give them something that is going to continue to feed them, and not a PS5. Like, who gives a shit about that? That's gonna be out of style in a couple of months or years or whatever, and then they're gonna come out with the next one. And we need to really learn how to invest our dollars in things that are in our best interest and stop investing in our own oppression. So back to the story, though. I want to see how this turns out, because there is a fight. And to some people, the strip club is church. And you may not be one of those people, but to some people, it is church. And yes, we must legalize sex work, because right now, the only people who benefit from sex work are the fucking traffickers, the oppressors, the people who make victims out of these people, and send 2 Latinx kids to college. Of course, Eric. Anyway, I just think that story is magnificent, and I hope that those people, end up being able to go to work. Wear your mask at the strip club. Wear your mask.